This winter, a growing coalition of Detroit artists is inviting the city to gather in the cold, slow down, and welcome the coming of spring together. Imbolc 2026 is a Detroit artist-led festival happening from January 29th to February 2nd across 6 Detroit venues. Joining me today is Daniel Sharp, one of the lead organizers behind Imbolc, a Detroit-based artist and musician who has helped grow the festival from a tiny potluck to a citywide cultural moment.
My name is Daniel Sharf. I'm an artist based in Detroit.
For people who have never heard of Imbolc before, how do you describe what this festival is and why Detroit feels like the right place to bring this ancient tradition back to life?
It's an ancient Celtic holiday. Has been celebrated for thousands and thousands of years. Celebrates the start of spring, but contemporarily these days, it's mostly known in America as Groundhog's Day. So my project that I'm doing in a couple weeks is essentially a reimagination and a reclamation of the original holiday.
Imbolc has deep roots in Celtic history. What parts of that history felt most important to honor, and what parts did you want Detroit artists to reinterpret in their own way?
Traditionally, Imbolc celebrates a goddess named Bridget. She's a figure that essentially starts spring, is a poet, a smith, someone who celebrates fire and creative energy. And I found that, when I do events like Imbolc, sometimes I invite artists where it's their first time organizing an event. I give them a few $100 and they really take and run with what Bridget could look like today. I think what we're seeing really with artists right now is they're eager to dig into someone whom they see as like a feminist icon.
This year's festival includes more than 75 artists across 6 venues. What excites you most about the range of experiences people will be able to walk into?
This has essentially been an experiment on my end as an artist. This is my 4th year celebrating Imbolc. The first year, 2023, I just ran one event. It was a potluck. It was a candle lighting ceremony to set the intention. And then we threw a party. We danced. A few of the friends of mine who attended wanted to throw their own event the next year. So in 2024, we had 5 events in 5 different venues. A couple more people from that year wanted to do something on their own for the next year. So last year, 2025, we had 9. This year we have 15, and it seems to just really organically grow. I think because the idea and the concept and the timing for Detroit is really exciting to people. It's pretty accessible. It's a great way to invite people into your community, into your home, into your bookstore.
This festival has grown so organically, from a potluck at your house to something that now draws more than 1,000 people. What has it meant to you to watch Detroit artists take ownership of this holiday and shape it to something that feels both ancient and completely of this moment?
Detroit has so many incredibly talented artists and creatives. Sometimes we just need a container and a few $100 to test something. I want to do something and celebrate this holiday. There's this rich history that I can draw on. Who am I going to pick? Who in my community do I want to celebrate? Who do I want to platform? And I think that organically really allows people, especially young artists, to skill their work.
And finally, what event are you looking the most forward to?
It's hard to pick. I have 15 children. I'll mention a few. So we decided this year to partner with Detroit Design District and have essentially an anchor location at the Boyer Campbell building to host around 10 of the 15 events this year. Mezzanine floor of the Boyer Campbell building is being taken over by an artist collective named the House of Tarot. This is their second really exciting installation. They did one back in the spring in the Herman Kiefer Hospital, and they're essentially continuing that narrative, pulling tarot cards and letting artists reimagine what that tarot card means to them in a specific room in the Boyer Campbell building. And then on the ground floor, we'll have a few activations. We're bringing back our Seed Swap, which is a sort of gardening how-to for gardeners and farmers across the city. It's run by a local artist Kirby Shute and Alex DePore. We'll have another activation with Christine Canowick of Field Trip and Booksui. They're doing a pop-up reading room. We're going to have a collage session with Katie Goins and the Immaculate Conception Collective, a all-ages yoga stretch, and then King Sophia, like I mentioned, is going to do a few graphic score presentations.
Imbolc 2026 runs January 29th through February 2nd with free events happening across Detroit. You can find the full schedule at imbolc.site, and whatever you're looking for, the invitation is simple: don't endure winter alone.